The hearing will come to order. I want to welcome our witness, SEC Chair Mary Jo White. Thank you for being here today to testify before our subcommittee. The Securities and Exchange Commission has a uniquely important job of maintaining fair and efficient security markets, encouraging capital formation, and protecting investors. This is not an easy task, but it is a critical part of keeping our economy thriving. For fiscal year 2015, the SEC is asking for a $350 million or 26% increase over last year's funding level. This is an especially large increase for any agency. And while the SEC is funded by fees, I believe congressional oversight over your budget is an important task on the Commission's activities, check on the Commission's activities. What we want from the SEC is a securities regulator who is both capable and economical. It's easy to argue that money will solve all the problems in the world, but we expect to see results before appropriating additional dollars. Last year, the House included bill language fully funding the Office of Economic and Risk Analysis. I'm anxious to hear about how you're using that funding to hire more economists in order to increase the cost-benefit analysis performed during the SEC rulemaking. In addition, I'm interested to hear your thoughts on the municipal advisory rule, which the SEC released earlier this year. I'm concerned that it might be regulatory overreach in an area that could benefit from more competition and not less. American investors and all those who use the U.S. security markets deserve to know that there's a cop on the beat who is protecting our markets. The Commission has had embarrassing and damaging inspections and enforcement lapses in the past, such as the failure to catch the Madoff and Stanford Ponzi schemes, as well as lapses in management, best practices, and due diligence, such as the Constitution Center lease debacle, the improper destruction of documents, and material weaknesses in the Commission's financial statements. With the increases that Congress has given the SEC over the past decade, there can be no more excuses. Chair White, your fiscal year 2015 budget request asks for increases in almost every office and division across the SEC, including an overall request of 467 new FTE. We've heard the claim that the SEC needs increased staffing and funding to get through the Dodd-Frank mandated rulemakings. However, the staffing and funding levels at the SEC cannot exponentially increase forever. This is not an efficient use of your funds, nor will it protect American investors. I'm eager to hear how the SEC plans to judiciously use its funding in key areas in order to best leverage its expertise and capabilities to protect our capital markets and investors and facilitate the overall growth of capital.